everyone, I'm Sean from Enterprise Cloud. We decided to make a few videos to talk about very specific topics. There's two reasons. First reason is we have a few things to say. We want to talk about how technology can enable and help people to do things better, better than they ever imagined that they could do. That's the first reason. Second reason is that webinars are just boring. Everybody signs up for them with the intent to watch it later when they get the recording. Nobody's got 45 minutes to an hour to listen on somebody drone on about a topic. So we're going to keep these videos short and sweet. We're going to talk about things that are really important to us, topics that we believe we can help. So grab a cup of coffee, sit down and enjoy. Hello and welcome to our digital selling series. Today's video is all about why digital selling. Why should we take it seriously? Why should we start implementing some of these tools? And why should we have a look at changing the way that our business works and our mindset around this topic? That's what I'm going to cover today. This video is part of a series of videos, and some of them are here. The next video is going to be about unpacking account-based selling. What are some practical reasons why this is a good idea? How do you go about doing it? And we'll answer 4 key questions about account-based selling. The third video, we're going to talk about LinkedIn as the key weapon in today's fight against bad sales, and how we can use it to leverage and deepen relationships, and how we can ultimately go and create that next opening that's going to close you the next deal. And the last video, we're going to talk about the intersection between sales and marketing, how we bring these two together, and if they're not aligned and if they're not driving the same unified approach, why you're missing a massive opportunity. So why digital selling? Well, sales and marketing people are probably amongst the hardest working people that I know. They get a bad rap. Often that's because the work that they do doesn't form every time into some concrete kind of deliverable, right? And we have this in sales and marketing. We call it conversion metrics. So we start out going, 1 in every 10 things that I do is going to work, the other 9 are going to go into the bin. We want to help you to work smarter, not harder. We want to drop those conversion metrics down from 1 in 10 to 1 in 5, 1 in 2, 1 in 3. How do we do that? Well, we've got some tools, we've got some ideas. We want to bring those tools and ideas together to help you. The biggest mistake that I've seen that sales and marketing companies make is that they don't start with the data. They do things from emotion. They do things from what worked before or what they believe could work. If we don't start from the data, if we don't start from the facts, it makes our job that much more difficult. You know, people are very critical of sales leaders and say, where did you come up with that target from? You know, critical of Exco. Guys just went into the golf course and one day they thought 30% more sounds like what we need to do because I want to buy a new Maserati. And that's not quite how sales targets and marketing targets are formed, but it's not far off. How do we translate that down into the sales and marketing team so that they know exactly what to do, how to do it, and where to do it? Simply giving them a new number and saying, come on guys, we've got to do better, doesn't help. What it causes is everybody runs around in a flat panic, trying to figure out how they're going to make that new number. We want to help you to move away from the emotion, away from all of this difficult stuff, and into very practical conversation around how to get this particular job done. The first topic I want to talk about is renewals. In my opinion, I've seen a lot of people do too much of the wrong kind of work around renewals. You know, when you speak to people, you say, well, your account manager is going to come and visit you. You haven't seen them in a whole year, but you know why they're coming. They're coming for the renewal because the contract's coming up for expiry and they want to talk about expanding that contract. And that's not a really good way to drive customer engagement, to drive the relationship with a client. If you don't speak to your client during the year, but you go back once a year for renewal conversations, that's creating a big problem. And more importantly, you should look at it the other way around and say, look at the big opportunity that you could have by having more regular focused conversations with clients and speaking to them about the biggest challenges and problems that they have that you can help them to solve. That's why they're buying from you in the first place, guys. And so the idea is that you need the right conversation with the right person at the right time, and not just go in for that renewal once a year expecting that you're going to get a good result. So in the series, we're going to unpack who should we be focusing on? Why should we be focusing on them? What can we take from a messaging point of view to them? How does sales and marketing interlink to form a synchronized relationship, a synchronized conversation to the client, to the right person at the right time, driving the right message?